Good morning and happy Monday. It's been a while. I know in the last video I was like, I'm gonna get better, and then I went like a whole week without making a video. But you know what it is? It's like sometimes I just get super overwhelmed in a in a in an inner way. Like I turn inward and I have like too many thoughts in my head, and then I feel like it's just completely debilitating and I can't get anything done. It's very weird, but it doesn't happen very often, but I definitely get it. So that was last week for me. And not to say that it's weird because I can't pinpoint what it is or like why it happened. It's not like anything big happened. I would say the last few months would probably have been much more anxiety like riddled than this past couple of weeks. It hasn't been anything that I can say, oh yeah, that stressed me out. I don't know what it is, and I've been more tired than ever, and just I don't know, but I'm feeling better today. I got a lot of sleep last night, which is amazing. I definitely woke up in the middle of the night, but not for too long, and then I slept until I don't even know what time. I think it's 7 o'clock, but we lost an hour, whatever. Anyway, I got plenty of sleep last night. I'm feeling good today. So it is Monday morning, so I'm doing my normal routine. I've got my new calendar. I've got my to-do list going, and I'm going to make my must-do list for today. I have quite a few pressing things. And then I also have calls with my two new employees. So Katie and I will be talking about all of the client work that we have coming up, and then waiting for Dana to get back to me on a time, but hopefully I'll meet with her today about E27. So the new team has been great. They have lots of ideas for kind of everything, honestly, like bringing a lot of ideas to the table. So I'm pretty excited about that. But definitely big things coming for E27. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so it's really just like getting stuff done. Like that's just where I'm at. Just, this weekend, I hardly worked. Yeah, I hardly worked. Like I really was just in a lazy kind of mood. I just needed a weekend, I normally work 7 days, and this weekend, even when I would try to I got a few things done, but not much. And I don't feel bad about it, honestly. I needed the time. So I think that's why I'm feeling so good today, because I actually just I don't know how to relax, but what I found turns my brain off is I play like some kind of a game on my phone that just takes me out of it, where I'm not thinking about all of the things that need to get done. And that's what I did a lot of this weekend, to be honest. It was a lot of me on my phone in my bed with the TV on, being completely lazy, and it felt amazing. So anyway, all that to say, sometimes you need to give yourself a break. I think especially as an entrepreneur, you can really just constantly want to push yourself. And when you're not pushing yourself, or you're not getting as much done as you think you're going to get done, you can be really hard on yourself. And I think it's really important to, think about self-care, think about mental health, and allowing yourself to have downtime and to rest. Your body needs rest, your mind needs rest. It's really important. And I'm definitely number one at neglecting all of those things, and honestly, sadly, being proud of it, which isn't good. I should not be proud of the fact that I don't make the time to work out, and I work 7 days a week, and I'm working 12 plus hour day. It's really not good for you. So it's not something to really be proud of. But anyway, so just know you should take the rest when you need the rest. Listen to your body. I think that's the biggest thing. Years ago, I started working with a nutritionist, and I think that was the first time that I ever tuned into what my body was telling me. And it kind of changed everything for me. It wasn't just the food. It was, literally everything, I started thinking about what I was putting into my body and what my body was telling me in return. And so since then, I would say like I've really learned to take something that you might think is just a minor thing that's going on in your body and go, why is that happening? And it's really important to listen to your body. So that is my lesson of the day. And yeah, I don't really have a lot to tell you. Like we have a lot of things that are in the works, I think. I'm working on getting some new clients for Inspired Studio. I want that to be the focus for the upcoming weeks. I would really like to pick up a couple clients in December, but definitely no later than January. I'm probably going to list myself on like Upwork or Fiverr to try to pick up some social media like audits and strategy, because that's definitely where I think I thrive, is in the strategy portion. I definitely want more clients, but I more so want to start picking up these smaller strategy sessions with people, and people who kind of want to run their own social media but just need the direction, and then do one strategy for 3 to 6 months, and then maybe we have a check-in and see how things have gone since they've put into work the things that I've guided them on. So more of a consultation kind of a situation I think would be really good for me. There is a downside. Obviously, it's not consistent. So obviously when you have clients, it's going to be a monthly payment that you're going to get, or whatever payment system you've worked out. But I honestly think that the strategy is where my heart is. So that's what I want to do a lot more of. I'm hoping that I can pick up quite a few new projects in that realm. And yeah, that's really where the focus is for Inspired Studio. And all of my clients are doing well. Jackie is continuing to grow. So that's really exciting. 80/40, we are in a weird place trying to figure out what the direction is. We recently did a small series for 80/40 about dating, and we forced Diane to get on a dating app, which was fun. But it didn't really do anything as far as the viewership, so I thought maybe it would pick up more interest than it did. So now we're transitioning over and trying to figure out what are the next steps for 80/40. So not that it's bad, but we're getting like 500 views, and that's not great. So we have a lot of things to try out there, and figure out what is the dynamic between Diane and I that is interesting enough for people to want to watch it. That's just the realization. So but also I would say in Diane's other podcasts, we're kind of at a weird, like everything just seems to just be flatlined, not a whole lot of growth. So, we are looking at that and why that might be. And I don't know if that's just more people are kind of jumping on the bandwagon or of YouTube and podcasting, or I'm just not sure. So looking at a lot of that. And then, like I said, for E27, we have a lot of new ideas coming. For my birthday is 11/11, so the 11/11 drop will be something for that. Then 11/27 is the brand's birthday, so that'll be 3 years. And so it's also Thanksgiving Day and the day before Black Friday. So E27 really isn't a brand to do huge sales, just because, well, for starters, we don't have stock, so doing sales isn't really like beneficial. But also, like, as far as like moving things, it's not, it doesn't really do much. But also, we're donating to charity. So the lower the cost, the lower the amount of money that goes towards the charity. So it just isn't really a brand that lends itself to that. So we're working on a few things to make it feel special and, add some interest to why you would want to buy E27 during all of the Black Friday sales, especially with the economy being the way it is. I know it's a rough time out there. So working on that, working on holiday stuff. So lots of things in the pipeline, lots of thoughts going around. We debated like possibly having an event, but I just don't think it's going to be able to be put together that quickly. So I don't think that's going to happen, but I definitely want to start planning an event for next year. I think it'll be time for one. So I'm looking forward to that next step for E27. Hopefully we can bring in some sales for the holiday to help fund it and make it make sense to do it. But yeah, so lots of things looking up. I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope that you had an amazing weekend, and I hope that you've got a good start to your week going. So I will see you in the next one.